Okay, so we talked about your posture being a little bit kind of levelled off with the hips, sort of this way with the hips, back a bit too upright, and a little bit kind of rounded. And as a result of that, when you swung, because you couldn't really rotate in that position, you had to kind of like lean forward in the golf ball. So your head was going forward, and you were kind of getting into a nice angle position here. This is lovely. That angle there is lovely to set the golf ball, but you're moving into that position while the club's being swung back in basically about a second and a half. Well, to try and judge that every single time,
that's why
it's going to be, one time you'll get it really good, one time you won't, one time you will. It's just going to be hit and miss. And the more you get bad shots, the more frustrated you're going to get, and the worse it will get when it's so. So in terms of your posture, so look at this is certainly a lot straighter back. But then when we say to you now, try and get your hips up and back so the pelvis tilts down, you kind of watch the sort of movement now with your body. So you're sort of leaning back, almost like going back on your heels as the knees kind of start going forward. There's a bit more kind of the knees there bending, a little bit more shuffling to try and find that spot. So it's getting those legs to feel almost straight to start with, and you're tilting my belt buckle line down, and then just soften the knees for comfort. We don't have the legs straight to start with. You want them to be flexed, but just flex to try and prevent injury, not to kind of like get down to the golf ball or try and sink down to the golf ball. And you want your weight to be fairly sort of equally matched from toes to heels, okay, at the start, okay, in that position. So then you're going back up there now, knees kind of going forward again, moving back and forth. And I think eventually then you sort of start to tilt a bit more there. You start to go down a bit more, and I see your head moving off that blue line and getting down to position. Eventually there from where you want to swing. So when you're kind of in a position then of the golf ball, there's still a little bit of movement, but not quite as much as you had in the other one. So when you come back to the golf ball now, reasonable strike, you can swing through into balance. We saw 3 or 4 of your shots, your weight basically went that way, because if you lean into the ball in your backswing, Calvin, where's your weight going to go? You're going to fall forward. So you hit it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the angle of your golf club now, guys, the actual angles in which you're swinging on are far better than what they were before. I mean, we saw your circle going basically out there some in the first few lessons, and trying to stop come over the top as you felt you did, which wasn't the case we saw. So the actual direction your club is swinging on is far better. It's just a fact now that because your body's moving in a very different position, up and down, back and forth. Where you're trying to. And I think maybe to try and get the arms come back behind, let the arms going this way, throws your body possibly down around your body. So I'd practice where you can at home, getting yourself in a good posture, and just put yourself up against the wall there, and just make some rotation. So get yourself in your normal kind of posture setup. So face the wall. That's it. That's a normal golfing posture away from the wall. So hands across your chest because there might be a bit of space there. That's it. Again, tall in the legs, bend the knees down so much. So from set up there, you should be able to see the tongue of your shoes without your knees being in the way. But I doubt you can. No. So straighten your legs up. Now tilt forward more. Tilt forward more. Then you go to push this back. There you go. That's exaggerated, obviously, but that's more the movement. So a little bit less of that movement. Up a bit more. There you go. There you go. Good. So now you can see the front part. And now from that position, just shuffle in. So your head hits the wall there in that same posture. And now just rotate your shoulders. Keeping your head on the wall there. So keeping your eyes looking down the ball where the ball would be. There you go. So you're turning now, only on the backswing, because your follow through is going to be a bit different. That's it. There you go. Back to start again. Good. Now if you let your arms go down to a set-up position, there you go. So that's now your arms hanging down from the shoulders. If you push your arms away, the wall's going to be in the way, isn't it? So your hands down nicely underneath the chin, there, underneath the shoulders. Now if you make a rotation on the way back, swing your arms back, the head should be on the wall there, you see. Keep that pressure on the forehead the whole time. Let you relax, up, there you go. Getting that movement up there, okay? And again, you're almost very locked and tight there with even just the grip there. Let your arms almost feel like they're just loose and hanging off there. There's no tension in your arms at all. That's it, there you go. So you're keeping that angle there all the time. So from there, and again, I was told years ago, I remember it very well, the golf swing is just 2 turns and a swish. Okay, that's what it is. You start here, we go boom, boom, and you go whew, at the bottom. That's the golf swing. If we're going this, and this, and this, you're adding 7 different movements into a complicated movement already. So does that kind of make sense for you? So better posture, get yourself in a better start, but don't think better posture is straighter back.
So for me, if I address it straight, and then get
and then don't do that so much. Your way of going down is that. Okay, you've got to think your knee that's better. Even that's too much. Can you see the laces or the tongue part of your shoes when you set up?
Oh right.
That's what you should be able to see. When I stand to a golf ball here now, I'm over the ball, I can see the front part of my knee, I see my shins even. If I do this, my knees now are covering my foot there, okay? Give you a checkpoint, Because if you get here, your body can't rotate from that angle, so what do? you go down and under.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I think you're just getting inconsistent with the strikes,
Yeah.
because your body's doing this all out the swing. So, okay, mate, makes sense.
Brilliant, yeah.